crack pipe in the 90s, but is reportedly now clean and in the best shape of his life. That's Vinewood's code for, he's trying to make a comeback. This is the home of celebrity wild child Martha Term. Daughter of 70s comedy star Joni Term, Martha spent her teens partying on booze, her early 20s partying on coke, and her mid-20s staring at her shoes on heroin. Her tell-all autobiography about the difficulties of growing up really rich in Vinewood only sold 30 copies last year.
What an anticlimax. Dude, seriously? Whoa!
Just up ahead is another place to see and be seen in Rockford Hills, the Richmond Hotel. An iconic entertainment industry hangout, sleazy producer types have been promising to make young girl stars here for over 100 years now. Not gonna lie, I did some shameful things in that lobby bar in my youth, but I've put that period of my life behind me now.
Jeez.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
I should remind you this is a no-smoking bus. Unless, of course, it's medical marijuana, then you're all right.
It just goes to show that we never leave our meal. I'm not understanding this thing. I didn't even know this was here. Do I have a minute to tell about myself?
I was a member of the jury in the 1991 movie Last Will and Testament. They cut my line.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like one big amusement park. Such a wonderful place to visit.
Being facetious, you corporate fuckwit. You're calling me a blind I bet nobody where I grew up knows any of this stuff. That is not cool.
Is everyone having fun?
Listen, I have to go, but I think you should call a doctor immediately. Holy crap!
That motherfucker is tight. I knew there was life outside Chinese school.
I hope we see Scott Stevens.
Here you can see the landmark Weasel Theater, which was opened here in Morningwood in 1930. Some of the biggest movies in history have premiered at this theater, including Blue Blood, Shoulder of Orion, and The Many Wives of Alfredo Smith. You might remember the controversial premiere of the gladiator comedy Lions and Donkeys in 1984, when star Chip Hampton walked up the red carpet with two slaves in chains.
Christ, could you be more faux ironic? Corporate shit.
I'm DJing on Friday.
Count yourselves lucky, my prescription just got renewed this morning.
What's up?
Would you look at that?
We're gonna make it happen, dude.
someday I'm gonna buy that. Maybe it's a tax write-off.
That shit ain't even real, I bet.
And now to our left, ladies and gentlemen, is the famous Richard's Majestic Studios. The product placement for classics like Nelson and Naples and Rum Runner, and the not-so-classics like Vinewood Zombie and Shoulder of Orion 2 was shoehorned into the final edits right behind those very gates. Everyone has a favorite Solomon Richards movie. An American Divorce really helped me through a difficult time when I was bankrupting my first husband. Oh, come on, don't people in the Midwest watch movies? You must have seen Defender of the Faith. No? Wow, tough crowd. Just up ahead on the right is where Delancey Medua's septon fell out after a ketamine party.
I didn't even know this.
What's cracking? Absolutely.
Is it me? Or is everyone in this city off their rocker? Let's never leave.
Remember, these people are rich and beautiful. That makes them better than us.
Best hit the club with me
My
tonight.
parents never told me about this stuff.
I say word, that's what's up.
Just goes to show that we never leave our meal.
Keep those cameras out and fingers on the trigger. Celebs are skinny and fast.
Everyone's either really fat or really thin.
You think I ain't gonna throw it down because I'm a professional cat?
Call me later.
Oh, hey, thanks for calling.
Okay, people, get those cameras out. This is Portola Drive. You won't get a better chance to spot a celebrity in its natural habitat. As you can see, the recession hasn't hit this part of town very hard. These are some of the most offensively high-end designer stores in the country. And now, some fun trivia for you. There have been a number of movies shot on Portola Drive, mostly awful ones about rich idiots, including the blockbuster 2005 romantic comedy Shoe Whore, that's credited with sending women's rights back 50 years. The store we're passing now is where British star Charlotte Crown was caught on film in the changing room, eating and purging the same burrito over and over again, just like a dog. This is the Epsilon Center. Anyone with red hair, please cover it for your own safety. If you really want to meet a famous celebrity, this place is packed full of them. Take an introductory course. It changed my life. Kiflam!
Such a wonderful place to visit.
I bet nobody where I grew up knows any of this stuff.
To the left, you'll see a spot where a pizza boy claims that Clay P.G. Jackson asked him to remove his shorts.
That motherfucker is lame.
This shit is whack, son.
I knew there was life outside Chinese school.
party
It's
tomorrow.
like one big amusement park.
You'll recognize this stretch of road from those videos of Jill von Krastenberg with the Romanian shot put team.
I'm learning so much about this place.
I bowled a 285 last. I didn't even know this was here.
It's not my fucking bad, is it?
Hey, man.
Hey,
I'ma
yo,
cash out my
dude.
401k.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not understanding this. You got that right.
Don't you just love people you've never met and would have you arrested if you came within 10 feet of them?
My parents never told me about this stuff.
I hope we see Scott Stevens. This is so cool.
Please refrain from taking photos of ethnic minorities. They could be gang members. And here is City Hall. This is where the mayor's office is, if any of you care. You might recognize this building from the 20-minute final dogfight to save Earth in the movie Invasion Los Santos.
Someday, I'm gonna buy that. Maybe it's a tax write-off.
My eyes are lying.
I'm taking the pills. I'm walking upstairs. What the fuck do you want from me? Yo, that shit is crazy right now.
Visionaries like me make things like that happen.
The next corner is where actor Scott Stevens famously prolapsed after a failed party trick.
It looks bigger on the telly.
That's just wrong.
Whoa!
This town needs visionaries to keep commissioning things like that, not pay taxes.
What's happening?
Hey, sup?
Remember when Laszlo was arrested for masturbating with an eggplant and shouting at women? That happened right here.
Son, that joint you want to do?
What's up?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
And here we have the beautiful Oriental Theater. Riots broke out on the theater's opening night in 1928 as desperate fans tried to get upskirt shots of the legendary silent movie star Miriam Turner, much like you're doing today, except with really heavy cameras. My daughter tells me it isn't politically correct to say Oriental anymore, but considering some of the other common terms for Asians in the 1920s, the name could have been a lot worse. There's a saying that to go to Los Santos and not see the Oriental Theater is like going to China and not visiting a burger shop. You know, I've never really understood what that means, but... And here we are, back on the strip. As they say in Vinewood, that's a wrap, folks. I hope I managed to take your minds off the economic downturn for just a little while. I'd like to remind any Europeans that 1% is an insult, not a tip. Enjoy the rest of your vacation.